beaver and she shows him off to all her friends. One day you know that beaver tried to leave her, so she gave him up a cyclone fast. Along came Lou with the old baboons and recognized that smell. It smells like 7 lamps. That beaver ain't that bad. Sucked cheap cigars and he candied up his nose. He got wind of the big brown beaver, so he thought he'd take himself a peek. But the beaver was quick, then he grabbed him by the kiwis and he ate his poor.
Which was totally inappropriate.
Victor's cracking up. It was totally inappropriate. It was an absolute
Totally inappropriate.
It was horrible.
I know. Did you spank your own hand or anything?
No, I gave myself a high five. It was a great insult. Is this my guy from North Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground is where you spent most of your days? What's going on with you?
I'm on.
You my gangbanger holding down North Philly?
Yeah.
I'm so glad you did that then because I was going to get into my super jaded mode, and that's always a downer.
I was probably going to get into an argument.
You call it super jaded, and Jake just goes ghetto.
Trust me, you got plenty of time to sleep when you're dead.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Soothing thought. Thank you. Thank you, Ortongo.
Very calming.
Very calming. Boy, I wish I knew who you were. You little mullet.
What's wrong with you? It's either this show or indigestion. I hope it's indigestion. Why? It'll get better in a little while. I wonder if there's anything she isn't good at. Yes? Choosing what show to be on.
I wish that somebody in there could tell this guy to take his mask off. I got a feeling this little bastard's the ringleader on this deal, but... Hey, I love Oggs, but to hang around me, you've got to have thick skin. What is it with girls nowadays? They want to sound like they're 5. It's a gateway drug. It's not a gateway drug. Shut up and get high, you old bitch. I get so tired of being right. It's like right. On the fake radio, blog talk radio, fake internet radio air. I'm not asking you to believe that Jesus was the Son of God. I'm asking you to reference a history book that is just as real as reading about Benjamin Franklin. Hit me again and put some stank on it. I'm joking. That's not funny. I know it's not funny because a lot of girls get hit. You know, I mean, come on, girls. Haven't you ever seen a burning bed? Moving right along. No, wait. You out there rolling and folding while you're driving? Welcome to the program, Bullet Guy 37. I do believe in spooks. I do.
Shouts out to all the mean guys. Y'all gotta remember, Deb Daly's white, so you can't be calling her a because it doesn't make sense. You know what I mean?
I'm one of your biggest fans too, Debbie. I don't think I can go more than a day without hearing your show, whether it's live or on the podcast. I think you got a good thing going on here.
Just because I don't believe in God doesn't mean all that was bullshit. The only thing that is questionable at this point, people, is whether or not that man, who is a history figure, who was born, who walked the earth, his name was Jesus and his last name was Christ, Jesus Christ. The only reason that you have to doubt was whether or not he was the Son of God, the creator of this whole mess we're living in, okay? That's the only thing. Other than that, I can assure you, as well as I'm sitting here talking today, that he was a real person. A lot of people, like the Jews, think of him as a prophet. I just realized I didn't open a chat room, so it's open now, so y'all can all pile in. $5, drink it around.
Hello, Spreaker people. What's going on?
Buenos nachos. Oh, go ahead, JP. Were you going to say something, JP?
No, I was just going to say nothing.
I was going to tell you to shut the hell up, Mr. Midnight Movie. Let the woman talk.
Talk, lady.
Who has a Vespa? Me or you? Me.
You.
Who's
what
stupid?
Color?
White. It's gorgeous. It's kind of a crystally white. It's a girl bike. You would love it. But it's so fast. You hate my guts.
What did Victor steal it for you?
No, but Steven went out on it. Do what? What?
Following Mexican heritage, did he rip off a bike for you? It's probably Jewish producers.
Yeah, probably.
They probably stole mine.
Yeah.
Oh my God! The Jew sent something. He's going to listen to us. He has to get up in the morning and go to D.C. And I said, we're going to be talking musicals tonight. And he goes, real musicals? I said, well, musicals on film. And he was talking. Wait, let me see. What did he send? What did I do with it? I don't know what I did with it. It was that one that goes, "Oh, if I was a rich man." This one.
Fiddler on
yes.
the Roof.
Yes, it was. Which one says watched on here? One of them says watched because I just got through clicking on it. It was the one. He's in like a. Oh, here it is. He's in a barn.
To death.
Yeah, and he's talking.
Oh, dear Lord. You made many, many poor people. I realize, of course, it's no shame.
That's Jewish producer's father.
Poor.
Yeah. No shame
But
to be
it's
poor.
not great honor either.
I've never seen that musical before.
He was from Israel, by the way, the actor.
Oh, really? That I would believe. I would believe because he doesn't look. I don't know. What they were supposed to be from Armenia, correct?
No, Russia.
That's not what I read.
What?
This is the story of my life. What do you mean?
These are Russian Jews who were kicked out of Russia.
It said they were in Armenia. It said that the story of Fiddler on the Roof is a story of an Armenian father that had 5 daughters that was very poor. And what else did I read? Yeah, it's set around. Yeah.
It takes place in Russia, Debbie. I'll bet you $50,000.
Is Armenia in Russia?
I'll bet you my entire collection. No, but I will bet you my entire collection of Talmud studies, books, taluses, tefillin, my yarmulkes, everything. It's on the line.
I totally believe you. Why would I argue with you about Fiddler on the Roof?
It's his life story.
How funny. His life story. What is it about? Is it just about this poor old fat man that has these daughters and that's all?
Tradition. Well, it's basically about this fat Jew man who has 5 daughters, and things are starting to change in the world.
Oh no!
His daughters want to be able to choose their marriage. Okay, all 5. Because he back then they had arranged marriages because Jewish men are so ugly. That that why would you? Why?
Hey.
Wow! Wow! That was said so matter of factly.
Beautiful. We're beautiful. You just haven't evolved enough to understand it yet.
He said it so matter of factly, like it's the it's true. Jews are so ugly.
Well, actually, okay. So he's marrying off his daughters, and and all of his daughters are rebelling against the old tradition. One of the songs is Tradition, Tradition. Ugh. I'm not a big fan of that film, but I do like the song If I Were a Rich Man. So if we can play that, and I'm going to start dancing right now. Naked.
Oh my God. That's horrible. I might better warn y'all that the unknown producer is lurking. He just got that off a Fiddler in the Roof. God, he's quick. God,
Moivel!
He's gonna kill us tonight.
Moil.
I don't know what that is. I'm really not familiar with Fiddler on the Roof. My hair is so windblown from my Vespa. I
think Uncle Maury masturbates to this scene. If I Were a Rich Man, by the way.
Oy vey. Ugh. I think he's out there listening. I put BTR on hold. Oh, piss. When I answered y'all's calls. Oh, rat. Hold on. Let me add y'all to the call. Hang up on me. Hang up. Oh, no. Yeah, hang up. I'm so sorry, Blog Talk Radio. I had y'all on hold that whole time because I took a call from Mr. Midnight Movie and Jewish producer. So I need to add them to this call. I've got to figure this out, how to do this, before it just gets really crazy one of these days. I'm tired today, so if I'm a little bit kind of laggy, then you'll know why. Kind of tired. All right, there they come. Here they come. Walking down the street. Getting dirtiest looks from everyone we meet. Hey, hey, it's the Mr. Midnight Movie Juice producer. Sorry.
By the way, I just would like to add that in college I was a student of truth and aesthetics. And nothing that Mr. Midnight Movie says about mine or any other Juice looks could ever mean squat.
Hey, by the way, who was Barbara Streisand's first wife? What was his name? God, I forget his name.
Huh? Barbara Streisand's first wife?
First husband, I'm sorry. First husband.
As far as I know, she's only had husbands.
Yeah, I know. What the fuck?
Josh Brolin.
No! That's her current husband.
Marty Feldman.
No, fuckface.
Marty Feldman.
Oh my God, I can't even remember it. I'm gonna blow my head off. I can't remember this. Okay, go ahead. Play the Jew move music.
Sounds like he's saying Debbie.
All day long, if I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard. If I were a bitty rich, idle man, I'd build a big tall house with rooms by the dozen right in the middle of the town. A fine tin roof with the real wooden floors below. There would be one long staircase just going up and one even longer coming down, and one more leading nowhere just for show. I'd fill my yard with the chicks and turkeys and geese and ducks for the town to see and hear, squawking just as noisily as they can. And each lump will land like a trumpet on the ear, as if to say, here lives a wealthy man. If I were a rich man, yabba-dibba-dibba-dibba-dibba-dibba-dibba-dum, all day long I biddy-biddy-bum. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard. Yabba-dibba-dibba-dibba-dibba-dibba-dibba-dum. If I were a biddy-biddy rich, idle-diddle-diddle man, I see my wife, my gold, looking like a rich man's wife with a proper double chin, supervising meals to her heart's delight. I see her putting on airs and strutting like a peacock. Oh, what a happy mood she's in, screaming at the servants day and night. The most important man in town will come to fawn on me. They will ask me to advise them, like a Solomon the wise. If you please, Rebetavia, pardon me, Rebetavia, posing problems that would cross a rabbi's eyes.
My God, this man can sing.
You have a chat message from Dexter.
Oh my God, can you hear this? It's phenomenal. But when he dances, he puts both of his arms out and he shakes his whole body back and forth and goes, yabba dibby dibby. It's so funny to watch.
You can almost see his tits bouncing up and down. It's wonderful.
No, he's actually in good shape. He's not like this big blubbery kind of a guy. He's really not bad. It's played by, I don't know who it's played by, but it's just fabulous to watch and listen to his voice.
It won't make one bit of difference if I answer right or wrong. When you're rich, they think you really know. If I were rich, I'd have the time that I like to sit in the synagogue and pray, and maybe have a seat by the eastern wall. And I discuss the holy books with the learned men 7 hours every day. And that would be the sweetest thing of all. If I were a rich man,
Here he goes.
If I were a wealthy man,
here he goes. I love that dance.
Lord, who made the lion and the lamb, you decreed I should be what I am. Would it spoil some vast eternal plan? If I were a wealthy man.
Oh, I love him.
That was amazing.
Did y'all see him?
So what did Dexter send you?
Dextito, let me see. He came up there while I was working. He says, "Hi, hun." No, he said, "Evening, ma'am." And then, we have so many from the unknown producer. Y'all can't tell who he is because I think y'all might have just accidentally saw his name. He said this.
Yeah, this fat Jew man.
And he said this one.
No, fuckface.
I love Jewish producers. I do. That I was telling Vic the other day. Jewish producers are my favorite. It's just the way you talk. I've got listen to this one. Yeah, we didn't play these the other night.
Okay, but just to be clear, she's not underage.
Got this one.
Be clear.
Now, by the
Keep
way,
it clean,
I think,
Debbie. Come on.
I think Andy Bong does a rendition of "If I Were a Rich Man" that is amazing.
Don't make me.
I've heard him do it naked.
Yes.
Don't make me play my Andy Bong songs.
Well, Mr. Midnight Movie is he's an oddball.
See how good you sound, Jewish producer. You have a nice bellowy tone to you now.
Yeah, I just have to straighten out my language a little bit. That's it.
Yeah. Now, have either one of you seen? Have either one of you seen Les Miserables?
No. Let me think. I knew you were going to say that.
No, we need Steve. We need Steve, Debbie.
Okay, hold on.
We all need Steve.
All right. You can hear Victor walk in during that drop. Listen.
No, we need Steve. We need Steve, Debbie.
Okay, hold on. Did you hear the door?
Steve.
All right. Excuse me. Thank you.
I think the scene, Dream, with Anne Hathaway. Dream, life is dream to dream, or I dream to dream.
Dream a little dream of me?
No, it's Les Miserables, Anne Hathaway.
I'm so stupidos.
Is it possible for Mr. Midnight Movie to be completely pussy whipped by Debbie Daly?
No, I'm pussy whipped by him. Are you kidding?
Awesome.
Anne Hathaway. Oh, here we go. Anne Hathaway singing "I Dreamed a Dream" from Les Miserables.
All right.
It looks like Les Miserables. What, dear? I'm sorry.
This will, I think, hit the list probably next year, but it hasn't deemed a classic yet. But go ahead. All right, play the song.
Thank you. She's so beautiful.
There was a time when men were kind, when their voices were soft.
It's starting out very quiet.
There was a time
Yes.
It's not me, it's it. Because we're turned up.
and the soul was exciting. There was a time then it all went wrong.
I hope somebody plays this at my funeral.
Oh, it looks beautiful. I've never heard it.
I dreamed a dream in time gone by, and hope was high, and life worth living. I dreamed that love would never die. I dreamed that God would be forgiving. Then I was young and unafraid. The dreams were made, used, wasted. There was no ransom to be paid, no song unsung.
I bet Barbara could tear this up.
Yeah, or Bette Midler.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the tigers come at night, with their voices soft as thunder, as they tear your home apart, as they turn your dream to shame. He slept a summer by my side. He filled my days with endless wonder. He took my childhood in his stride, but he was gone when autumn came.
Tito, hand Mr. Midnight Movie some tissue.
Yeah. I think I'm turning more and more homosexual as this thing goes on.
You have a chat message from 1M from Ohio.
Oh boy, I gotta turn that off.
Message from 1M from Ohio.
Hang on, guys. Man, she's so into this. I love it.
So different from this, how I'm living. So different now from what it seems. No. Life has killed the dream. I
Wow. What can you say about that? I know this poor lady that's homeless, she tore it up on what's it called?
On Britain's Got Talent.
Yeah, she destroyed it. She did a wonderful job. Check her out. I think this is it.
Yes, it is.
So, Glasgow's got a great theatre, a lively crowd, and...
Well, I've never been married. Never been kissed. Oh. Villages. Had to think there.
And how old are you, Susan?
I am 47.
She looks about 58.
And that's just one
about
side
67.
of me.
I think Simon Cowell hated her when he first saw her.
What's the dream?
I'm trying to be a professional singer.
And why hasn't it worked out so far, Susan?
I've never been given the chance before, but here's hoping it'll change.
Okay, and who would you like to be as successful as?
Elaine Page.
Elaine
something like
Page.
that.
What are you going to sing tonight?
I'm going to sing I Dreamed a Dream from Les Miserables.
Okay.
Big song.
What would you pay to go out with that girl that sits next to Simon Cowell? She is the hottest thing I've ever seen. And she's a mommy.
She's what?
She's what?
I'm the father.
Right there. You're the father.
I dreamed a dream in time gone by.
Yeah, smoke that, Simon.
You didn't expect that, did you? Did you? No.
I dreamed of love would never die. I dreamed that God would be forgiven. I was young and unafraid. When dreams are made and used and wasted. Tigers come with their voice as soft as thunder, as they tear your hopes apart, as they turn your dreams to
barely hear her. She won that year. I mean, she won the whole kit and caboodle, didn't she? That's pretty amazing stuff.
She looks old.
I think they
She
gave her
looks bad.
$12.
Yeah, about $50 maybe. And I think she doesn't look good for 47.
Ugh, she did not age well. I bet she looked that old when she was 20.
You know what? Maybe she did, or maybe she kissed a few too many vodka bottles.
I don't know. You think that alcohol could? I mean, I don't know. I think God just has a really good sense of humor. That's all I have to say. You know.
Well, who's laughing at that? I'd punch God right in the face.
Oh, Lord help me. So, I had an inkling earlier to pull up the top 10
musicals of all time.
Well, absolutely, and it was musicals that were musicals in film.
Yes. Now, I just want to give a special shout out to in a film that I hope they make is the musical Ragtime, and there's a great rendition there of Make Them Hear You, Ragtime.
I would love to know how you really know your movies. I mean, it's crazy.
Well, this isn't a movie. This is a play that I hope becomes a movie.
Oh, okay. Let's take a listen to see what WatchMojo.com thinks is the top 10 movies based on musicals. And I've made this to where y'all can collectively see my screen that I'm watching.
The hills are alive with the sound of music. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 movies based on musicals. Number 10, The Rocky Horror Picture Show. Kicking off our list is the cult classic adaptation of the 1973 British rock musical. A parody of B-movie sci-fi and horror flicks, Rocky Horror follows a newly engaged couple as they get stranded at the annual Transylvanian Convention. There, they meet all kinds of bizarre characters, including a sweet transvestite named Dr. Frankenfurter.
I'm just a sweet transvestite from transsexual Transylvania.
Replayed every year on Halloween as an interactive experience, this film has had the longest theatrical run in history. Let's do the time warp again. Number 9. Fiddler on the Roof. Adapted from the 1964 Broadway musical, this compelling 3-hour feature is packed with charm. It tells the story of a turn-of-the-century Ukrainian ghetto and a Jewish milkman who struggles with poverty, prejudice, and his 5 daughters. His habit of asking God for help paid off.
There's where I heard it. It said Ukrainian. Did you hear that?
Did you say Ukrainian? Did you say Ukrainian or did you say something else?
No, I said Ukraine. I'll rewind the show and prove it.
Did you say Ukraine?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I swear.
Wasn't Ukraine ruled by the Russians?
That's what I asked. I thought, where is our resident expert on everything in the world? Jewish producer. He always...
I thought you said. Wait. I thought you said something else. I thought you said.
No, I said the Ukraine.
Wait. I thought you said. Wait, I'm thinking here.
Iranian? No.
Not Iranian. You didn't say Iranian. Where is Kim Kardashian from? What's her ancestry? Armenian. I thought you said Armenian.
You're right. I did, I think. I could be wrong. We'll have to wait till the show's over. But I think I said Ukrainian, but I could have said Armenian. I'm not going to swear by it.
Packed with charm. It tells the story of a turn-of-the-century Ukrainian ghetto and a Jewish milkman who struggles with poverty, prejudice, and his 5 daughters. His habit of asking God for help paid off.
If I were a wealthy
This film won 3 Oscars and made plenty at the box office. Number 8. The Phantom of the Opera. This long-awaited film version of one of the greatest pieces of entertainment ever had a lot to live up to. Joel Schumacher brought Andrew Lloyd Webber's classic about a disfigured musical genius to the silver screen, with lavish sets, costumes, and art direction.
Come to me, angel of music.
So the reviews were modest. It's still a must-see, especially if you never experienced Phantom on Broadway. Number 7. Oliver. Charles Dickens' novel Oliver Twist not only spawned a beloved play in 1960, it also gave us a flick that faithfully retells the tale of a boy's journey from the orphanage to the streets of London and finally to his rightful home. This high-spirited romp was so well received that it won 6 Oscars, including one for Best Picture. With memorable set pieces and songs like this, who would argue? Number 6. Mamma Mia. Romance, comedy, and music go together. It's that simple. This ABBA Fest is an adaptation of the 1999 stage play, and even if you're not the biggest fan, this is a feel-good movie filled with A-list talent like Meryl Streep, Pierce Brosnan, and Colin Firth.
Always knew how to make an entrance.
Critics loved Mamma Mia, but not as much as audiences who flocked to the theaters in droves. Not bad for a story about a girl who suspects one of 3 charming men is her father. Number 5. My Fair Lady. Rex Harrison and Audrey Hepburn star in this Hollywood remake of the Broadway musical based on George Bernard Shaw's Pygmalion. The story follows Professor Henry Higgins and his bet that he can transform a Cockney flower girl into a high society lady within 6 months.
Don't talk of stars burning above. If you're in love, show me.
Easily one of the most elegant musicals ever made, this film deserved its 8 Academy Awards, including one for Best Picture. Number 4. Chicago. Richard Gere, Renee Zellweger, Catherine Zeta-Jones, and Queen Latifah are just a few of the A-list names on this film's roster. Based on the 1975 musical, Chicago became one of the highest-grossing films in the genre and took away 6 golden statues, including one for Best Picture.
Stay away from jazz and liquor and the men who play for fun. That's the thought that came upon me when we both reached for the gun.
Long story short, All That Jazz is about two femme fatales who end up in jail together, and they try to use fame to keep themselves alive. Number 3, West Side Story. The musical masterwork of Leonard Bernstein and Stephen Sondheim hits the blue-collar streets of New York in this reinvention of Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet. This cinematic masterpiece cleaned up with 10 Oscars, and its story of two lovers caught between rival street gangs became a pop culture landmark.
Cool! Go! Crazy! Cool! Go! Crazy! Go!
Are you a jet or a shark? Number 2, Grease. This 1971 greaser extravaganza stars John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John as two teenagers who had a summer romance.
Summer loving had me a blast.
Summer loving happened so fast.
I met a girl crazy for me.
Met a boy cute as for me.
Summer days drifting away to another summer night.
Fans today continue to enjoy both the stage play and the film for their infectiously catchy tunes, dance numbers, focus on young love, and cool factor. Grease is one of the highest-grossing musicals at the American box office, and it remains the definition
Tell
of
me
a
about
generation.
it,
Number 1, The Sound of Music.
The hills are alive with the sound of music.
Taking the top spot on our list is the iconic musical based on the memoir of Maria von Trapp and a 1959 stage show. As the stars, Julie Andrews and Christopher Plummer sing the...
They left out so many that you love Mr. Midnight Movie.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. They ripped you off completely.
They suck.
They do suck. I will have to admit they do suck.
I mean, some of them are good. I think Oliver is a better film than Chicago.
And who would have put Mamma Mia in there?
Did you see Mamma Mia?
No, I would not see it, just because of
Mamma
that
Mia,
song.
that's a spicy meatball.
Mamma Mia, that's a summer spicy meatball. I remember that.
Yeah.
Mamma Mia, that's a summer spicy meatball. We're talking about an old commercial that went a little something like this by Alka-Seltzer.
Mamma mia, that's some species. Cut spicy meatballs, Jack. Sorry. Take 28. Out, Tony. And action. Mamma mia, that's a spicy meatball. Cut. What was the matter with that? The accent. Huh. Cut. Cut. Macy, micey, bossy, ballsy. Take 59. And action.
Sometimes you eat more than you should. And when it's spicy besides, Mamma Mia, do you need Alka-Seltzer? Alka-Seltzer can help unstuff you, relieve the acid indigestion, and help make you your old self again.
Mamma mia, that's a spicy meatball. Cut. Okay. Let's break for lunch.
That's what we were doing. That's funny.
What did I miss?
You missed everything. You're such a doorknob.
You missed...
My phone keeps ringing. What did I miss?
Stop answering your phone.
We did a whole... Bad Mojo did a whole thing on musicals. And I disagreed with every one of them. You know what? Why don't we... Okay, from top to bottom...
What was your list? I was folding laundry and I did not write it down when you called. I was busy
That's
doing...
Fine.
Yeah.
I'm going to say number 10, A Date with Judy.
A Date with Judy. What is that? I've never heard of that in my life.
That's with Wallace Berry, Gene Powell, and Elizabeth Taylor.
Is there like a famous song from that? It's a musical?
It is a musical. Yeah, it was... Let's see what music...
A Most Unusual Day?
Why don't we do that? All right, do that song from there. Look, I just found it kind of a refreshing, really white bread film that made things look so nice and wonderful, the kind of life I wanted to live into.
Aww. God, she was beautiful. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Look at her.
I forgive you for everything.
It's a most unusual day. It's like catching a bridal bouquet. It's like reaching the moon or composing a tune. It's a most unusual day. All the world is bursting with song, and I feel like I really belong. It's like finding a friend, having money to spend. It's a most unusual day. There are people greeting people. There is sunshine everywhere. There are people greeting people, and a feeling of spring in the air. It's a most unusual time. I keep feeling my temperature climb. If my heart will behave in its usual way, there's only one thing to say. It's a most unusual, most unusual,
Very happy, very nice.
Yes.
She was beautiful.
Post-war America, and yeah. Well, you know what? There was nothing. There's nothing nicer than a lot of these post-war musicals that came out.
State
number
Fair.
9.
I'm sorry. I just saw State Fair. I was thinking, wow, that's an oldie. Go ahead. Post-war, happy time musicals. Go for it.
Yeah. Okay, well, this isn't post-war.
Oh, okay.
Well, no, this is actually Anchors Away with Gene Kelly.
Anchors Away with Gene Kelly. I wonder if anybody out there...
This is the one where he dances. He actually dances with Tom, with Jerry.
Now that...
I think that's the name of the film. I could be absolutely wrong.
That became... Oh, yes.
No, this scene right here.
There it is.
I'm pointing at it. There it is. This scene right here.
Cute. Gene Kelly with a mouse in Anchors Away. Interesting.
Tom and Jerry.
Hello.
Hello. Who are you? What are you doing here?
Just a sailor, come a-visiting. Why are you sad?
I'm not sad.
Oh, yes, you are.
I am not.
You are so.
Not.
Yes, you are.
I'm lonesome.
Well, you deserve to be lonesome. Lonesome's too good for you. Passing a law like that, not letting people sing and dance. Aren't you ashamed of yourself?
I had it.
What do you mean you had it?
Well, a king's gotta do everything his subjects do, see? Only better. Well, I can't sing and I can't dance, so there had to be a law. I had to.
Ah, you can so sing and dance. Anybody can. Well, not anybody that's cranky and gloomy and grumpy, but anybody whose heart is big and warm and happy, they can. Go on, try it. Just for a minute, try being happy.
If you worry, if you bother your head.
I do.
It won't help you, it will hurt you instead.
It will?
Grouchers, groaners, cranks, and moaners, they're so unfair.
I know.
If you can't be gay and merry, lock yourself in solitary. Though it hurt you, be a pleasanter guy. You may even learn to like it if you give it a try.
I'll try.
You could laugh and sing and dance as gaily as an elf, but don't expect to get much help if you don't help yourself. Will you try?
If you show me.
I'll show you.
I'll try.
Good. 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
La 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 la.
La 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 la.
You see?
It's easy.
You know who I think was the best dancer?
Oh, Fred Astaire, in my opinion.
Oh, Dick Van Dyke.
I would say Fred Astaire.
Well, you're probably right. This is Gene Kelly. Oh, absolutely, yeah. Fred Astaire. But Dick Van Dyke could really dance well. I mean...
Hail Baryshnikov.
Oh, you're so right, and we're so stupid. In the movie that he did with...
Tommy Bastard. Go ahead.
Who was the woman that sang Over the Rainbow? She had a daughter, Liza Minnelli. He did a movie with Liza Minnelli. Baryshnikov did. Do y'all remember what was it called?
He did one with... Well...
Cabaret.
Well, that was not Baryshnikov.
No, it wasn't.
Who? Wait a minute, then. Who was it? Was it Cabaret? No, he did something.
Yeah, Cabaret had a great... but that was... he did a film called White Nights.
In the 80s, and that was very famous. That was probably the peak of his popularity.
Yeah.
I must be totally out of my mind, because I thought he did something backstage. It was like backstage dance. That it was a... I saw it one time, and it
Lionel
was...
Richie in that movie, White Nights?
No, well, Lionel Richie sings a song, but Gregory Hines is in the film.
Oh, yeah.
Here it is. It was this one that I watched. It was Baryshnikov with Liza Minnelli in...
On the same stage with Ethel Merman, I would shine the woman's shoes. Misha, I am lying. I want to be a showstopper with the show-stopping song. A showstopper with the show-stopping...
It's just a special she must have had. I'm sorry, I was wrong.
You lied to us.
I did. I lied really bad.
All right, you want to go to my other... Okay, number 8. Strike Up the Band with Mickey Rooney. And I believe...
You are so old. I love it.
Yeah, Mickey Rooney and Judy Garland's in it. Mickey Rooney has knocked up Mickey Rooney, and they have to put on a show to get the abortion. So that's the story I would tell.
We've got I Ain't Got Nobody and Strike Up the Band.
Let's do Strike Up the Band. We'll do the theme song there.
The big finale. It was the finale, right?
A taboo subject for a film.
Yeah.
She was actually pregnant?
No.
In the film.
Yeah.
Right. That's what I mean, in the film.
There's live copulation right on the film, but you have to check it.
Shut up. This makes me want to get my violin out and play along. No?
Okay, well, let's get it out.
I should get the violin out. I'm really...
And, looking at all those things and him conducting that orchestra, you can see why the man was married 8 times. Nobody could satisfy him after he's been through this. Nobody. Married 8 times.
He was so mean. In this or something. He looks kind of weird. It's like he's a little over dramatizing the leading.
That's the way it was done back then, Debbie. Come on.
Man.
They were spastic, over dramatized bitches.
He really was. He really was. He was kind of like freaking out about it. Was there no songs in that where they...
No, they do start singing. Judy Garland and the rest come out.
Oh, I bet she looked horrible in this. Judy
hey,
Garland in 1968.
Yes, everything has been said about my next guest over and over and over. She's the only person I know named Judy Garland. Here she is.
Hello, Dick. How are you doing? Didn't she just turn out to be...
Where's Mickey?
Didn't she turn out to be this horrible, alcoholic, terrible person that was like...
popper, alcoholic. Break her heart.
Oh, I gotta sing Over the Rainbow. You know I've gotta sing Over the Rainbow. Oh, God, I hope Dexter's not listening to me. He would hate me for making fun of Judy Garland. That's their sacred cow. You know, eventually you have to realize when it's time to hang up the dancing shoes, you know, and just go into hiding and give it up. I mean, how old was she, I wonder, in this? You know, I wrote that song on the way to the...
Well, here we are.
You sure you know who I am?
Of course. Why do you think I kissed you twice?
Yes, and thank you for the flowers.
That's all right. You gave them to me. You gave me a whole bunch of them, actually. I just
That's
gave
right.
2 of them back.
Yes, I cut those this morning from my little window box.
You did? Did you grow
How
them?
nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you. I'm a great fan of yours.
I can't...
Anyway, I was just being silly, but Groucho Marx on Dick Cavett. Did he really do that thing where he goes, well, I'd rather see some... Did he do like those really weird jokes and stuff all the time?
Who, Dick Cavett or Groucho Marx? Groucho Marx, yeah. He was full of jokes.
I wonder if he was very funny.
I thought he was.
Oh, yeah.
He was? Yeah. Wasn't he real insulting and stuff?
Let's start out with the standard. What is it, duck soup?
Yeah, Duck Soup is amazing.
Duck Soup will blow your mind if you've never seen it.
That has a great musical scene in it, by
really?
the way, Duck Soup.
Groucho Marx doing Duck
to
Soup?
War. Duck Soup to War, if they have that scene.
Oh, it's so good.
Groucho Marx, Duck Soup. Rufus T. Firefly's introduction there.
Speaking, absolute game changer in the movie industry.
Yeah.
Here we go, to war. Oh,
Here
interesting.
In case you haven't heard before, I think they think we're going to war. I think they think we're going to war. We're going to war. I think they think we're going to war. We're going to war. We're going to war. We're going to war. We're going to war.
Guys, this blows.
What are you talking about? Are you insane?
That is horrible.
Oh, Heidi.
Yeah. If you don't know the story, you got to watch the whole... You can't just... You know what? You're an idiot, Mr. Night movie, for telling her to watch that scene. You got to watch the whole fucking movie. God.
You're probably right. Fuck it. All right, number 7.
Go for it.
We talk about war. The movie Hair.
Idiot.
Hair.
Number 7, Hair.
Yes.
And the final scene of Hair, magnificent. If you don't like this, I'm going to blow my head off.
And it was the song, which song? Aquarius, Let the Sunshine In?
The final
my
scene.
favorite is, my favorite's Let the Sunshine In.
But it's the final scene of Hair.
Final scene. I don't know. Let me take a look and see. Let me see. The final scene. You know, I mean, I can find anything. Would that be called the, no, it wouldn't be the finale.
The finale, okay. It's this one right here. Let the sun, I think it's the one on top right here, and the one where the soldiers are.
Let's take a lookie.
That to me is a powerful and great scene. You made this a great.
I want that brain bucket on your head. I want that double bag on the red line. Soldier, there's a war on. Come on, John, move! Hurry up! Now listen up. When I call your name, I want you to sound off smartly, move out, and get on that dose and ham. Compost. Yes, sir. Sumner. Yes, sir. Peterson. Yes, sir. Brooke. Sir. Bukowski. Bukowski. Bukowski! You better get your head out of your ass. Let's go. This way, soldier. Let's go. Move out. You better move, soldier.
Where you going? Hey, what's the matter with you? I said put your duffel bag on that truck. The vehicle right there. Come on, let's go. Get it on there. Now. Let's get up.
All look at one another, short of breath, walking proudly in our winter coats, wearing smells from laboratories, facing a dying nation of moving paper fantasies, listening for the new told lies, with supreme visions of lonely tears.
Somewhere inside something there is a rush of greatness. Who knows what stands in front of our lives? I fashion my future on films in space. Silence tells me secretly
Manchester, England, England. Manchester, England, England. Across the Atlantic Sea. And I'm a genius, genius. I believe in God. And I believe that God believes in Lord. That's me. That's me. That's me.
As we saw at one another, walking proudly in our winter coats, wearing smells from laboratories, facing a dying nation of moving paper fantasy, listening for the new tone lines, with supreme visions of lonely tunes, singing our spring songs on a spider web sitar. Life is around you and in you. Answer for Timothy Leary, dearie. Let the sun shine. Let the sun shine in. The sun shine in. Let the sun shine. Let the sun shine in. The sun shine in.
what was Hair about? Hippies? Just hippies and stuff?
Well, pretty much. I mean, now the play is not like the film. The film actually follows kind of a linear story where the play does not. And basically, it's about a young kid who's going to be inducted into the military.
Mm-hmm.
And he comes across some hippies.
Obviously, he
And,
does not want to go, right?
well, no, he does. Actually, he does want to go. He believes in the cause that he's going for. He meets a rich girl, and like he still gets into the military, and he's going through basic training. And his friend, basically, Berger, basically impersonates an officer so he can have some time with his girlfriend, and he gets shipped over to Vietnam because he doesn't get back in time to basically go into Vietnam. Does that make any sense?
No.
What were you talking about, dude?
Fuck you. They switch places, okay? The hippie and the fucking the soldier.
Debbie trying to be all nice, like, oh, he kind of made some sense.
All right, fuck it.
Bullshit.
The hippie is impersonates an officer, and they switch places. And then Berger is like just pretending to be him for a while until they get back, and they get Berger gets shipped off.
Nobody cares. The hippies
Make
are
him
dead.
stop. Make
Nobody
him
cares.
stop. Make him stop.
Fuck you all.
Yeah. Nobody cares, man. Shut
I'll
up.
napalm every one of you bastards. Welcome to the rubber hippie.
We love you, Mr. Midnight Movie.
God damn it.
I said make him stop.
Let me get a drink of water. Where's Andy Bong? Andy Bong would agree with every fucking thing I said.
Mr. Midnight Movie with my favorite musicals of all time.
Get the ice pellets ready. I'm ready for the showers and dock out.
Make him stop, I said.
All right. Whoa. Okay.
Oh my God, that was funny. I'm sorry. I was laughing. I was cracking myself up.
All right. Number 6 on my list.
Somebody out there right now is saying, that goddamn Jewish producer really kisses that bitch's ass.
There we go.
Bullshit.
Okay.
No, you don't. He does not kiss my ass, trust me.
Number 6, Yankee Doodle Dandy.
It just gets worse by the...
You like that? Wait, was that a good scene in Hair?
No, there was a horrible scene in Hair.
Are you fucking kidding me?
It really was awful. It was another... the only part you want to see is when they start saying, let the sun shine in. The rest of that stuff you could have just done without, you idiot.
You are a bullshit artist, but you were crying past the tissue, not for masturbating, but for tears and snot.
There you go.
Okay. All right, Yankee Doodle Dandy, James Cagney.
Oh, no. James Cagney? Oh, no.
Holy hell.
I was just going to play y'all my Andy Bong song just to piss Mr. Midnight Movie off. We have the Andy Bong remix. We have the Andy Bong lifeguard. We have Andy Bong.
How about the Wiz, man?
Andy Bong.
Are you out of your fucking mind?
Play the Wiz.
No, he's on Down the Road. That film was horrible.
That song is great.
No way.
He's on down.
Let's listen to the Andy Bong remix.
Laka, can you save me? Jesus, I love you. No pill's gonna get my fill because Jesus, I love you. Laka, can you save me? I'm trying to see my own sin. Laka, can you save me? I'm trying to see my own sin. Laka, can you rescue me? Rescue me from myself. Rescue me from the devil. Rescue me from my old ways.
Debbie, a lot of children, a lot of babies were made that day. That song is a pure humping song right there.
That was pretty tough to listen to. I'll tell you right there.
A lot of divorces on the day that they played this.
Maybe the remix is better. Let's try that.
from my life. I don't know why you took the nails to my heart. I don't know why you hung your...
I want to say on this song, the unknown producer he was just singing. He wasn't singing to this music, and I'll never know how he matched up his words to this tune. Just listen. It's actually pretty good for just matching up some random person singing just, I don't know why you took the... And he put it to this music.
Myself upon that cross, but I had to tell you something. I want to hang on your cross. I want to feel the life inside me. I want to live with you. So nail me to Jesus Christ. Nail my hands to the cross. Nail my feet to the cross. I want to live by the way of the true King. From my life, from my life, from my life, from my life.
Did Jewish producers say, from my life? Was that JP?
Flame my throat. Yeah. All right. Yankee Doodle Dandies number 6.
Oh, no. You did better ones on the phone.
I did the same ones. You were just smoking pot. Come on.
I was doing the laundry. I must not have been paying attention. Who is in this gym? James Cagney? Oh, no. Does he sing a song?
Yankee Doodle Dandy.
I'm a Yankee Doodle Dandy, a Yankee Diddle Do or Die, a real-life nephew of my Uncle Sam. Oh, I'm a Yankee Doodle Dandy, a Yankee... Never mind. Sorry.
That's all the candy. I'm a Yankee Doodle Dandy. I'm glad I am. I'm a real live Yankee Doodle. Made my name and fame and boodle just as Mr. Doodle did by riding on a pony. I love to listen to the Dixie strain. I long to see the girl I left behind me. That ain't a Josh. She's a Yankee, by gosh. Oh, say, can you sing anything about a Yankee? That's all for me.
Little Johnny Jones, the jockey from the USA.
We'll ride the pony, Yankee Doodle, English Derby Day.
Drove his broken records every track at every meet.
So Yankee Doodle's gonna be the boy they have to beat.
Sportsmen of the British House who followed his career have offered Johnny anything to keep him over here.
But all the money in the Bank of England couldn't pay enough to keep young Johnny Jones away from old Broadway.
If you want to take a trip, the surest of sure things.
Have your houses mortgaged, up your watches, pawn your rings.
And put it all on Yankee Doodle, Johnny Jones is up.
I'm gonna give America the English Derby Cup.
He's gonna give America the English Derby Cup.
I'm a Yankee Doodle dandy. Yankee Doodle do or die. A real live nephew of my Uncle Sam, born on the 4th of July. I've got a Yankee Doodle sweetheart. She's my Yankee Doodle joy. Yankee Doodle came to London just to ride the ponies. I am that Yankee Doodle boy.
He's a Yankee Doodle dandy, a Yankee Doodle do or die.
Live nephew of my Uncle Sam. Okay, enough of that one.
All right.
Okay, now your next on your top 10 list of musicals is...
Number 5, Cabaret.
Cabaret, starring...
Liza Minnelli.
Liza Minnelli. Life is a cabaret, old chum.
There we go.
Cabaret. Justin Timberlake. All right. Life is a cabaret. Here we go with Liza Minnelli. Quiet, please. And if Dexter's listening, this goes out to you.
I give you that international sensation, Fräulein Sally Bowles!
sitting alone in your room, come hear the music play. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. Put down the knitting, the book, and the broom. It's time for a holiday. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. Come taste the wine. Come hear the band. Come blow your horn, start celebrating. Right this way, your table's waiting. What good's permitting some prophet of doom to wipe every smile away? Life is a cabaret, old chum. So come to the cabaret. I used to have this girlfriend known as Elsie, with whom I shared 4 sordid rooms in Chelsea. She wasn't what you'd call a blushing flower. As a matter of fact, she rented by the hour. The day she died, the neighbors came to snicker. Well, that's what comes from too much pills and liquor. But when I saw her laid out like a queen, she was the happiest corpse I'd ever seen. I think of Elsie to this very day. I remember how she turned to me and say, what good is sitting all alone in your room? Come, hear the music play. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. And as for me, I made my mind up back in Chelsea. When I go, I'm going like Elsie. Start by admitting from cradle to tomb, it isn't that long a stay. Life is a cabaret, old chum. It's only a cabaret, old chum. And I love a
Wow, now you have my attention.
Okay.
I liked that.
Okay, you know what? I want to give a special shout out to Inside Llewyn and Davis. I haven't seen the film, but there is a great scene with Justin Timberlake. I forget the name of the other actors and actresses doing 500 Miles.
Justin Timberlake is kicking it. He's good. Did you love the finale and chorus line?
I didn't like that movie.
It was boring. It was all just took place on a stage, and it was very insulting. Michael Douglas played a jerk.
Yeah, I heard that the scene in that on the stage play as a stage play, it was it worked really well, but as a movie, it didn't.
I really think we should talk more sometime about shooting our documentary on white guilt in America. I mean, I'm ready to hit the streets with a camera that's got a long microphone on it, and I want to talk to people. I want to ask them questions. I really want to do this thing. Really do. With a big ending like chorus line. No, I'm
there
joking.
We go.
But I'm serious. I really want to do this. I mean, I've been making all these notes and everything, and I bought a new notepad, and it has on the front of it White Guilt Documentary, and I've got all these notes in it. So she's going to steal our idea, Mr. Midnight Movie.
Let's let's go with let's go with Inside Llewyn and Davis. This is my fifth one, just for filler. 500 Miles with Justin Timberlake.
500 Miles with Justin Timberlake?
Yeah, from the
Really?
film Inside Llewyn and Davis.
Who would have ever thought that some little jerk from 90... What was his... Was his 90 set? What? Not 90.
Okay, the first one right there. With Tom Cruise's old...
Oh, sorry. Miles away from home. They're doing Peter, Paul, and Mary, aren't they?
If you miss the train I'm on, you will know that I am gone. You can hear the whistle blow 100 miles. 100 miles, 100 miles, 100 miles, 100 miles.
Okay, now the name of the musical is Inside Llewyn Davis.
Inside Llewyn and Davis, yeah.
What is this about?
It's mainly about a folk singer-writer who lost a friend, who lost his partner.
You want me to blow your freaking mind? You won't believe this. Okay, you know the baby that my daughter had, right? Okay. Let me show you. His father is identical to Justin Timberlake. I mean, you're going to go, oh my God, he is. Let me show you. This just came out today. There's Jet. Okay, watch. It came out a couple of days ago. Look at him right here. This is Jet's father. Check it out. Look at him.
Get him, baby. Do the crane. Do the crane. Do the crane. Do the crane.
That's when they took him for 2 weeks, remember?
Yeah.
There he is. That's Jet, and that's his father, his real father. That's the other baby. But isn't that amazing? I mean, he looks shockingly like him. Some people even mistake him for... I don't know what this is. But anyway, there was a picture of him. You just reminded me of it.
I'm handsome. I'm beautiful. No, say I'm handsome.
I don't know what that is. I was going to show you a picture of him. Just a picture.
Come get it.
I think I'm stuck in videos here for some reason. I don't know why. Anyway, I think I'm stuck in videos. Yeah, I'm stuck in videos. There's a picture of him right here. Look. Isn't that amazing? I mean, he really does look just like him. Y'all aren't saying anything, but he does.
Wow.
He really does. Oh, I think he looks just like... A lot of people think he does.
That's the Jew. That's the main character. He's watching him sing.
You can hear the whistle blow 100 miles. Lord, I'm one. Lord, I'm two. Lord, I'm three. Lord, I'm four. Lord, I'm 500 miles away from home. Away from home.
I don't think I would ever...
Mr. Midnight Movie picked that.
It wasn't me. I haven't picked anything.
You guys have no sentimentality.
Sentimentality? I didn't know that was a word. That's a new word. Do you have any favorite musicals, Jewish producer?
This may not go in the category of some of these wonderful films. Snicker. But I will say that Woody Allen actually had a pretty good musical called Everyone Says I Love You.
Really?
And no, they don't. That's a fucking lie. Woody Allen, you're a Jewish liar. Go ahead.
Yes. Well, he did have a lot of gimmicks in his film.
Woody Allen, huh?
Crazy hospital scene. I'll play a second of it.
What's it called? I can look it up, if not.
Everyone says I love you.
Everyone says I love you, yes.
Another season, another reason for making war free.
You dare criticize me with my stuff and you put on that shit, you monster?
Jew hater.
Does this mean anything to you?
This makes me want to become more of a Nazi.
This is it, yes. That's why I dragged you all over
I wanted
town.
to kill myself listening to some of those ones.
God! You remember this?
This is where we stayed up all night.
I know. I held you in my arms till the light came up. Do you remember that? Do you remember that song?
Yeah, I
that
do.
song? Because I still sing that song. I first
What?
heard it from-
Nothing.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Can I pick one?
Go ahead, pick one, honey bunny.
Yay, me. I get to pick one. Okay, here I go.
Godzilla.
Debbie Zilla.
Here we go.
Hey, what is this, Halloween?
Where did you swipe this Letterman sweater, huh? My tools were out stealing hubcaps on lettered and track. How do you like that? I can't believe it. Danny Zuko turned jock? That's right, I did. What are you doing, deserting us? Well, you guys can't follow a leader all your lives, can you? Oh, come on, guys. You know you mean a lot to me. It's just that Sandy does, too, and I'm going to do anything I can to get her, that's it.
Oh, my God.
This is what I had on the night I met Vic. I go, tell me about it, stud. And I'm joking.
Tell me about it, stud.
I got chills, they're multiplying, and I'm losing control, 'cause the power you're supplying, it's electrifying.
You better shape up, 'cause I need a man. And my heart is set on you. And my heart is you better shape up. You better understand. To my heart I must be true. Nothing left for me to do. You're the one that I want. You are the one I want. Honey, the one that I want. You are the one I want. Honey, the one that I want. You are the one I want. The one I need. Oh, yes, indeed. If you feel with affection, you're too shy to convey. Meditate my direction. Feel your way.
I better shape up, 'cause you need a man.
I need a man who can keep me satisfied.
I better shape up if I'm gonna prove.
You better prove that my faith is justified.
Are you sure?
Yes,
'Cause I'm sure down deep inside. You're the one that I want. You are the one I want. Honey, the one that I want. You are the one I want. Honey, the one that I want. You are the one I want. The one I need. Oh, yes, indeed. You're the one that I want. You are the one I want. Honey, the one that I want. You are the one I want. Honey, the one that I want. You are the one I want. The one I need. Oh, yes, indeed. You're the one that I want. You are the one I want. Honey, the one that I want. You are the one I want. Honey, the one that I want. You are the one I want. The one I need.
Here's the one Mr. Midnight Movie dated right there in the pink dress. See
There
the
we
one
go.
with the black hair?
42 million downloads.
Shit,
Yeah.
I just saw that.
After
Damn.
all the hundreds of millions that had already seen it before the internet ever came into existence.
101,386 likes.
Now,
yes.
God, I'm hearing that great echo. What is that? What is that? All right, that's great. It's gone now. Oh, I remember I saw that film when it opened, and
here's your cookie.
Fuck you, bitch. Listen
man.
to me. Listen to me.
Old man Luke.
Listen to me. And I was, I think, 9 years old. I think it came out in 78. And I recall, all the fans, all the girls in there were going, I want to see that again. They saw that film twice, 3, 4 times. I remember, it just kind of reminds me in the 70s and in the 80s, we really, America really had a nostalgia for the 50s.
So true.
And that's, that's always left out. Like any films that take place in the 80s, they neglect to put the basic nostalgia that we had for the 80s. I mean, we elected Reagan, who was kind of like Eisenhower, and America had kind of gone back to a more innocent time than the 60s and the 70s. So, just a thought on that.
No, it's true. I had my fan on because my computer was heating up. I wonder if you really take a look back, what was the best decade? Was it the 50s? Was it the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, or the millennium?
I don't know. I mean, the 80s, I think, were a good, were a good time for America, and it's, stuff was really innocent back then. I mean, you had shows like Different Strokes.
Don't you think that the internet has just ruined our culture? It's just destroyed it.
I think that bad people have a place to go now.
Mm-hmm.
And
do their work. Do their work.
Well, the thing is, I think a lot of bad people who would never be accepted in real life because they just be told to get out of here can be on the internet and say all kinds of shit.
And, I bet you most of the bullies, like the Sick the Tanks and the people like, the Dr. Twerpingtons, I bet you they are little short boys. I bet they're not over 5'3", 5'4". I bet you they're living in mom's basement. I bet you what people think about internet bullies is true. I bet they're all just little bitty guys that were shoved into the lockers. They never made the football team. They never did anything worth a shit in high school. They never went to college. I bet they're just fucking losers, And I'm not trying to piss anybody off. I'm just being totally honest.
Well, yeah.
Anybody who gets, upset at somebody's livelihood or their hobbies and genuinely not just gets upset, but, does things that are out of utter hatred and whatever. I mean, it's just a huge sign of it's just immaturity at its finest.
Mm-hmm. It's immaturity at its
finest.
finest.
Not to go into like the physical appearance of it. I think a bully could pretty much take any shape and size at that point. But I wonder statistically if your theory proves true.
I bet it is. I don't know why. Because nobody that is happy, like a happy person, does the things that those people do. You just can't do it. You just can't. You can't be as shamefully ugly and mean and horrible as those people are. I mean, they're disgusting. Like Mekazawa. Mekazawa is the definition, in my book, of just human garbage. I mean, just putrid person. I mean, I'm sorry. I don't want y'all to agree or disagree. That's my opinion, speaking solely for me. He's just ugh. Oh, Goofy Bone. Ooh, just ugh. His voice just makes the hair on the back of my neck stand up. I don't know. I don't expect anybody to agree with me, but
all right. Let's go to number 4.
Number 4. Back to the shitty list of Mr. Midnight.
Back to the shittiest list that Mr. Midnight Movie has ever compiled. Easter Parade.
Oh God, slice my dick off.
I already have.
In Your Easter Bonnet from Easter Parade, 1948, I believe, starring Judy Garland and Fred Astaire.
Come
Sam.
Oh, hello, Miss Brown. Miss Bunny Rabbit.
Oh, we're old friends. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
Thank you.
Did you?
Aren't you ready yet? Just like a man.
and
Sam, will you get his jacket?
I'll get it.
You're going to be late, you know.
Late?
For the Easter parade. We had a date. Remember?
Oh.
Here, let's... Oh, very nice. Never saw you look quite so pretty before. Never saw you dress quite so handsome, what's more. I could hardly wait to keep our date this lovely Easter morning. And my heart beat fast as I came through the door. For in your Easter bonnet, with all the frills upon it, you'll be the grandest fellow in the Easter parade. I'll be all in clover, and when they look us over, we'll be the proudest couple in the Easter parade. On the avenue, Fifth Avenue, the photographers will snap us, and you'll find that you're in the photograph you're. Oh, I could write a sonnet about your Easter bonnet and of the guy I'm taking to the Easter parade.
On the avenue, Fifth Avenue, the photographers will snap us, and you'll find that you're in the rotogravure.
Oh, that was Lawrence Welk. Wonderful, wonderful. Anyway, Debbie's getting some milk and cookies, and I'm drinking water right now. So, JP, are you there? Hello? Am I all by myself here? Is it just me? Hello? Hello? Am I just here bloviating? I see a little picture of Shirley Temple. She died recently. Anyway, folks, Debbie will be back. She is getting milk and cookies. Hopefully she will be back sooner than later. And Jewish producer, are you there? Or is he gone? Did JP leave us? All right, folks, I am here bloviating because I'm the only one here right now. One of the honorable mentions I want to put out there is a film called American Pop, a Ralph Baskey production.
I'm back.
Thank God. Jewish producer, did you leave us too?
He always leaves us.
I know.
He's a leaver.
He's a leaver. Okay. So the next film, number 3, and I put a special mention out there for the movie American Pop. Number 3 is Saturday Night Fever.
Now you're talking. What was your favorite clip from said film, said musical? And
The
we are
opening
talking
scene.
about, oh, really? The opening scene. Was there music in that?
Oh, yes. It's the opening scene. It's the opening credits.
Oh, the opening credits.
Now, I just want to give a brief history of that film.
All right.
Disco was already dead before you play that scene. Disco was already dead when that movie was being made, and they were actually making that film as a tax write-off. It wasn't even supposed to make money, and they were betting on the film Looking for Mr. Goodbar with Diane Keaton. And that film was just a surprise smash hit and made John Travolta a megastar.
Unbelievable. I never would have thought that. Here's the opening scene to Saturday Night Fever. Wow. I would have never thought that. Jumped out of my chair.
Two, give me two, that's good. Hey, you guys do layaway?
As long as it don't turn into a 20-year mortgage.
All right, look, put me down $5 for that blue shirt in the window. Hold it for me.
Hey, wait for your receipt.
I trust you.
Please don't trust me.
What did he charge you?
$7.98.
Wait till he runs out of something. Listen, you know what to tell her.
Gotta get by. All right, just a minute. Look what I got for you, Carnival
Where
Gold.
have you been? I've been here for a half
That's
hour
all right,
waiting
that's
for
all
the
right.
pink.
I'm gonna make you a
But
deal
I'm
on
very
this
angry
pen.
with you.
That's all right. Look, I'm gonna make a nice deal on this. $1 off for you. $10.98 on this special gold pen. How do you like that?
Thank you.
I'll take a gallon of this.
All right, you got it.
That was great. That
Now,
I'll give you. That's great. That's a great musical.
Yeah. And that is a film to really appreciate that. That is a film to be seen on the big screen. I saw that when I was 8. My father was rather permissive at the Culver Theater, and I saw that film with a double feature with Drive-In. Now, did you ever see that film on the big screen, Debbie? Any revival houses?
No, I haven't seen it. The only thing I've ever seen in a revival house on the big screen was
Gone with the Wind?
No, Wizard of Oz.
Now, you haven't seen Gone with the Wind on the big screen, Debbie?
Nope, I don't guess. No.
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 It is, now it is.
Somebody should do that though.
Yeah. Well, they have done that several times, Debbie.
Not in Dallas.
Well, it is going to be the 60th anniversary. The 75th anniversary is coming up. The first release of Gone with the Wind. So, you might ask them. A local movie theater that the 75th anniversary of Gone with the Wind is.
Somebody should do that. Did you know that 2 family members were in the opening scene? His sister was the pizza girl and his mom was the paint customer.
You know that? I did not know.
I didn't know that either.
Who was the hot chick in the beginning, though, who you tried to hook up with?
Oh, I don't know. They didn't say.
But that's one I'd like to know, because and his sister also was an actress as well. But
Boy,
yeah.
I bet he didn't even think it was any big deal when he won that role.
You know what? It was just a role, and nobody thought anything of it, and it just became a huge, huge success.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was like didn't it go down in history as one of the top 10 most viewed movies or something of all time? Or something?
I'm not really sure on that. I just know that it became a big success, and it wasn't meant to be. It was meant to lose money because disco was dead already. And it revived disco for a while, and it really started John Travolta's career.
I guess you really had to dance in that movie. I mean, when he did this right here, this solo that he did, that was amazing.
Hello again, this is beautiful Monty, your delicious DJ. Remind you about the Universal Playhouse sweepstakes, so get in line to get the prize.
Let's go, baby.
A good trip. Feel the music, baby.
Look at that chick. I just want to dance with her. Which one?
Come on, Tony, dance. It's so beautiful, man. I like your new haircut. I like that polyester look. Turn yourself in, baby.
I must have not done that right. I thought that was when he did that amazing solo dance. It was this one right here. You should be dancing when he did the solo right there. Yeah. Did I lose you? Did I lose y'all? Oh, I thought I lost y'all. Here's where he does the amazing solo. Oh, yeah. He breaks loose and dances by himself. It's pretty awesome if you've never seen it. Man, he's really a good dancer. Of course, nobody dances like Michael Jackson, but still, that was pretty good.
Yeah, sure was. I mean, it was, it's a remarkable film.
Now, the one thing I do remember watching is when Michael Jackson did the moonwalk. My brother called me. We only had landlines. And when that phone rang, right after he did that moonwalk, David goes, "Did you fucking see that?" I was like, "Oh, my God, he just walked backwards." That I remember. I remember seeing that live when it happened. It was on some award show at, like, the MTV Awards or something like that.
Well, no, was he the first one to do it?
No, it was actually done by... he learned it from an old dancer that did the moonwalk. The original moonwalk was done by an old dancer. I forgot his name, but...
Mr. Solution.
Mr. Solution. Oh, I haven't checked my Blog Talk Radio switchboard. Oh, good. There's nobody there. Okay. They might have been there and dropped off, though, already. But the original moonwalk was done by an old... Let me see. It was an old man that did it...
Bojangles?
No, it was by Bill Bailey at the Apollo Theater. Check him out. Watch him do it.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to you at this
Watch
time
him.
one of the finest dancers that you've ever seen. Now, to stand here and make a long, long speech about him would really be keeping you away from a great treat. What? With as many Broadway appearances and nightclubs and theaters throughout the country, I bet you've seen him before. If you haven't, you're in for a great treat right now. Freddie, open the curtains, and let's bring on Bill Bailey.
My good friend. You laugh, buddy. Here's what Bojangles calls tipping down Main Street.
I think that's Bojangles, isn't it?
No, he's talking about Bojangles. Here he goes. Watch him. He'll do it.
I just love this one. That's one of my girls like to see me do. Lord, for myself now. Later, boys. Take me on home.
I'll be damned. The moonwalk.
He moonwalked right off that stage floor, and that just goes to show you Michael Jackson was just a big fat copycatter.
Now, another great performer, in my opinion, and I think I showed you the video, I don't know if you listened to it or not, was Joe Text, Ain't Gonna Bump No More.
Oh, God, that was funny. I played that song on my show one night. That was horrible. Remember that night I played that?
I don't remember if you played it.
Yeah, I played it for you. I actually uploaded it. I played it before you got there.
He was a good performer, though, too. And that first one right there, that is when he plays on Soul Train.
It's hysterical, the song. He talks about seeing a fat lady on the floor, and he was going to go out and dance with her, and she started doing the bump and knocked him clear off the dance floor. She was so fat.
3 nights ago, I was at a disco. Man, I wanted to bump. I was ready to go. And this big fat woman bumped me on the floor. She was ready to go. That chick was ready to go. Man, she did a dip. Almost broke my hip. She was getting down. That chick was getting down. She wanted to
hard to believe that people were so shallow that that would be like a really good song, you know? I mean, that's hard to believe that people would actually like that, you know?
You didn't like that song?
No, absolutely. No, I can't say I
Are you
did.
kidding me? That's a great song. I
Can't
want to
say
dance
it.
with you right now.
I'm not fat enough to dance with you on that one. I think that the words are hysterical.
I am. You can change it.
I think that's funny. That's funny. All right, did we go through all of your musicals?
No, we didn't. We didn't.
Are we down to number 2 or number 1?
We're number 2.
Number 2 is kind of exciting.
Rain.
Singing in the Rain with okay, who is that? Gene Kelly, Singing in the Rain. Listen to Gunnar, he's dreaming. Gene Kelly. When he actually gets a soundstage soaking wet. Isn't that soundstage still there?
No. That was MGM, and they had 70 acres in Culver City, and they were the heart of Screenland. And they made musicals, and you know what? Instead of playing I think the finale scene in that film is the best.
What was that? What song was that?
I think it was Gotta Dance.
I don't know.
This one, the third one.
The third one is Singing in the Rain right here.
No. Okay. It's, no, not, okay. Oh, okay. Wait. I'm pointing at it, and stop moving up. Okay.
This says Singing in the Rain. This says Singing in the Rain, Singing in the Rain.
Okay, go up. Oh, okay. Right. No. Okay. Let's see here. What's this one say right here? I can't see it.
Right here?
What's that one say?
Singing in the Rain.
What's this one say right below? Okay.
Good morning.
Your arrow's on it. It's with a woman behind him, and he's all in black.
Right here?
And a purple background.
Singing. Oh, that's Sid Cherie and Gene Kelly, the Broadway Melody Ballet.
Do that one. That one right there.
All right, let's take a lookie and see what we have. The Broadway Melody.
seconds. Seconds.
is amazing. Is that Sid Cherie?
Yes, Sid Charisse, yes.
And this was a musical too?
Yes.
And it was called the Broadway Melody Ballet?
No, it was called Singing in the Rain.
Get out of here. Are you serious? Oh, it says right here from
10
Singing in the
seconds.
Rain. Shut up, Blog Talk Radio. I had no idea. It looked like it was 1952. It looks like it was really shot good. I mean, I'm just in shock.
That scene, I mean, there are so many scenes that are so well done,
No
and that are just
kidding.
amazingly shot. I mean, and you look at those musicals. I mean, just all the money that they spent, and it was all locally, and everyone was under contract, so it was much easier to do that and much quicker than today.
I'm just in shock. It was so beautiful the way that fabric floated behind her like that. That was crazy.
Oh, yeah. And you've never seen that film?
No, I've never seen that before in my life.
Yeah. And the film, basically, it's Singing in the Rain has nothing to do with the film. Basically, it's about the film industry that's making a transition to the talkies. And there is a woman whose voice, because and a lot of times when the talking pictures came around, their voices, didn't match up to who they were. And it follows that kind of story. There's a woman who's attractive, but she has a real, real unattractive voice.
Right. I can understand that. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah. I had no idea. That is so pretty. That's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
She was so well built.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy. Wow, amazing. I'm in shock. I didn't even know they had that in there.
Oh, yeah. Well, you might want to take a look at the film sometime. It's a very, it's a really enjoyable film.
Oh, absolutely. I love feel-good films. Yeah. Especially in today's world with everything being such a drag all the time and everybody's always so pissed off and in bad moods. When you get by yourself and it's late at night, everybody's in bed, nobody needs you anymore. I mean, I had to work with Stephen all afternoon getting his truck insured and all this kind of stuff with commercial insurance. It was just one of those hassles where you have to just keep hassling, and finally we got it done. And then Jet had flag football workout, and we had to get him cleats and just, just something going on all the time. And when everybody's in bed, like right now, everybody's in bed, even Victor's asleep, it's my time to do whatever I want, and I can sit and watch whatever I want, do whatever I want. I love it.
So he's already playing flag football?
Flag football. Adorable. Yeah. She said today was his first workout, and they're trying him out for quarterback.
How old is he?
He's 4. This is Texas. You should see how cute they look. She sent me this video, and it was just crazy adorable. I mean, just crazy adorable. This little video of them, you can listen to it. Listen. You can hear Can you hear the cicadas? Going, that means it's hot. Here goes Jed.
Go, run, fast! Yay!
Heather's just squealing with joy. He did really good, and very proud of him. So I wasn't there because I was with Stephen doing things on. He took an amazing position, Stephen did, and he's even had to cut back on some of his classes. And yeah, his dad wasn't very excited about that. But Victor's sister that I've told you about all the time that lives in that multi-million-dollar mansion, they are in Dubai.
I have a black Jewish friend that was invited up there, but his name has been his name is a very Jewish name, and he was afraid that he's black and Jewish, and he was afraid that if he stayed there, that he would be subject to abuse. I don't know if that's true or not.
They're very nice. They're very nice there, the Muslims and stuff.
But but he always afraid, because he hears all this stuff about how Arabs treat Jews and stuff like that. So he was quite afraid of being abused over there. So he didn't take the job, and he was offered quite a bit of money.
They have some of the most amazing pictures that she has been sending back from there.
Is that your friend?
That's my niece.
Ooh.
Yeah, they're multi-millionaire people. I mean, they're just crazy rich. She, I'll show you some of her pictures from Dubai that she's been sending back. They're very political, very, very wealthy people. Victor's from a very snooty family. That's them landing at DFW Airport. Here's her with, she's with Hillary Clinton, right? There she is with Hillary Clinton.
My heavens.
Yeah, and then there she is. And then there's Victor's sister. That's the Supreme Court. And there she is. That's her birthday in Las Vegas. That was recent. But there she is.
That's New York, isn't
she
it?
took this picture in Dubai.
Tallest, I remember seeing that in one of the the last Mission Impossible film.
Can you believe that? I mean, look at that. She says, a selfie from on top of the world. Look at that. You can see the curve of the earth.
Yeah.
That's insane. But look at the sand. I mean, it's literally out in the middle of the desert. And they just pumped in that water, And look at that. They stayed in the Palace Hotel, and that was just the chocolates and the truffles that they offered them. And look at this. That is a ski slope inside of the where you go shopping at the mall. Okay?
Yeah.
And then this is that's the bathroom in the airplane that they took. Can you believe that?
Yeah. They have they're very luxurious. And you wouldn't, because you wouldn't think that being an Arab country, you think of poverty and you think of abuse. And
look at the clouds where they're flying in the air, and look at that. That's what they were served. That's like a bar with little things that you eat and stuff. Isn't that crazy?
Oh yeah, and the sad thing is we used to do that kind of stuff a lot in America. We had themed stuff, and unfortunately, because of our economy and our regulations, we don't do anything like that anymore. We don't have any innovation anymore.
Oh, I know. I was bitching about that last night to somebody. I said, well, the thing I can't stand about this country is we have no tradition. There's no tradition.
I disagree, Debbie. We have tradition. Like I said, the way we celebrate Christmas, the way we celebrate Easter, that's our tradition. That's American tradition.
Oh, it is?
Absolutely. I mean, it's borrowed from other traditions.
Yeah, but in this culture, old people are just looked at like a pain in the ass. It's horrible.
They are a pain in the ass, Debbie. Come on. You know what? I guess I don't know. You know what? I mean, you kind of. You know what? I mean, I don't know. I don't know how other cultures are dealt with, but to me, we as Americans try to treat people the way we want to be treated. And if an old person sucks ass, we give them shit for it.
Yeah, some old people are really pissed off that they're old. They're mad that they're old. And I'm like, I just want to say, I'm sorry, you got old. I'm not old yet. Don't hate me because I'm not old. I mean, it's weird the way they are.
Some old people, and I almost like, some old people I walk around like, if you had any children or anything like that, how many people like these crusty old buzzard of pieces of crap, I wonder and think how many people did they drive to suicide to just suck the life energy out of others. I mean, they seem like some old people will absolutely suck your life force. They're so self-centered and so self-absorbed.
You could be right. But I've been doing a lot of research on the Muslim tradition, and I'm telling you one thing. There's something to be said about that the Muslims. I'm not joking either.
See how they treat women, Debbie.
I don't know. I'm thinking that...
Have you ever read the Quran?
It's basically the same thing as the Bible.
Okay. He married an 11-year-old. There are things in there. If a woman doesn't give in to you, force it. I mean, there are a lot of things that the Quran says are okay, and they really, really live by that. And I remember one part of the Bible when you and Mr. Solutions were reading, and there was I don't know if it was a rape scenario, but it was very vicious sexual conduct. Do you remember that?
No. What?
No.
Was it Lot's daughters?
What's that? I think, yeah. And it was disgusting, by the way, and it was very primitive.
You must be talking about Lot's daughters.
Yeah. And that was pretty primitive.
True.
And I think that was before Christ, by the way.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. And the one thing about Christ is he kind of did away with that.
There's this one Muslim speaker, and I really like listening to him talk. He makes so much damn sense, you know? And he just does. I mean, it's crazy the way he makes sense. It's just, he makes too much sense. And I don't know. I don't know. This guy right here is who I'm talking about. Just listen to him for a second, the way he talks. Let me show you. I was showing it to Vic.
Then we have Surah Al-Sharh, also known as Alam Nashrah. I need to make mention of this because in it is a lot of comfort for myself and yourselves. We have a problem in life. When we have a problem, Allah says, don't worry. With that difficulty, there is ease. You will never know what ease is all about unless you've been through difficulty. Those who have a beautiful life, sometimes they are still worried and depressed because they don't know what it is like to have suffered a little bit. So Allah's blessing, He makes us suffer slightly so that when there's a little bit of ease, mashallah. You know, a man who's always driven a Rolls Royce will never know what it's like to ride a bicycle to work. 2 ways of making them ride. One is, the doctor tells you you're about to die. Allahu Akbar. And you need to ride to work. Immediately everything is given up. Why? Because we're worried about dear life. That's why. If you see people, subhanallah, I've seen a man who had a carrot. And he was pretending like he's smoking this carrot and nibbling on it. And I told him, I said, my brother, what made you nibble on this carrot? He says, my doctor told me I can't smoke and a good replacement is a carrot. I said, Allahu Akbar. You're stuffing your mouth with a carrot because of a doctor, but when Allah told you smoking is bad, then you didn't want to listen. Your own maker said it. Allahu Akbar. May Allah make us from amongst those who eat carrots rather than smoking cigarettes. Really.
But this guy has all these videos online, and I'm like, God, he makes so much freaking sense. You know?
You know, like I said, there's some beauty into the Quran, and there are things that make sense, but you know,
maybe it's just like us. There's some really bad Gunner's dreaming. Maybe there's some really bad people and some really good people or something.
I talked to a guy who, you know, was a Muslim for a long time, and then he started to read, you know, further into it about, you know, how they treat women, and he just, you know, when he got further into it about Muhammad's wife Aisha and the way women are to be treated, he said he couldn't be a Muslim anymore.
But this guy doesn't say that. This guy says you're supposed to treat your wife and women very good. They don't say anything like that.
Yeah,
I think there's two different cultures over there.
You know what? I mean, you might be right, but it still doesn't explain why, you know, why Muhammad married, I think, a 9-year-old and then consummated the marriage at 11.
You think so?
Yeah, you know, my big question is what about Aisha, Muhammad's wife? And you know, look, I just, you know,
I don't know. I'm doing some serious research in it. And another thing I'm researching is slavery in America. There is a documentary that is so amazing that takes you from the very beginnings of slavery. I mean, it was done by the Dutch.
Yeah, well, and by the way, the 28th, Monday, is going to be, let's see, 1948 will be, let's see, I'm counting the date here.
28th Tuesday.
28th, is it Tuesday or Monday? Are you sure?
I'm looking at it. I think, yeah. No.
Okay.
Maybe I'm not. I don't know. Anyway.
60th.
No, I'm not.
So this will be the 64th. This will be the 64th anniversary when Harry Truman signed the executive order to integrate the military.
You mean black and white, or what?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, it's pretty amazing that this is the most bizarre, most amazing documentary. You people really need to look at this. I mean, it's crazy. It was, I think I found it when I looked up the history of slavery in America, because that's really all I'm interested in. And there it is.
But you know what? I'm interested in slavery around the world because I want to know, compared to what? I mean, slavery was a worldwide condition, and we had slaves, anthropologists believe, even before we could read and write.
Mm-hmm.
Nations were
but if you're going to go all the way back, that's back to the time of Christ. I mean, that's the time of Pharaoh.
But even when we were having slavery, even when America was having slavery, the rest of the rest of the world was also having slavery, except for England. But the West abolished. It was the West, Europe, the white countries that helped to abolish much slavery in Africa and in other parts of the world.
Yeah, the one I've been watching is, there's Stefan Molyneux, The History of Worldwide Slavery, Nelson Mandela and Race Baiting.
Now you should play the Stefan Molyneux talks about Nelson Mandela. It's really interesting. Did you know that South Africa was colonized on unoccupied land, and that the Africans came there later on, and that the average age for an African for the natives that lived there was 34, and then when they started to live there because of the westernized farming techniques, it got up to 60.
I had no idea.
The Westerners there almost doubled their lives.
Mm-hmm. I didn't know that. That's a good one, the Atlantic slave trade. That's a crash course in world history of slavery. It's pretty crazy, but it's an see. I'm just a student of life. I mean, I'm the kind of person, if I'm not learning, I'm not living. If I'm not helping somebody, I'm not living. Yeah. I didn't know that Thomas Sowell wrote the book Black Rednecks and White Liberals.
Yeah, that's a very interesting book. I mean, I looked at excerpts of that. Very interesting. How like a lot of ghetto culture is kind of redneck culture as well. They're kind of intertwined.
Mm-hmm.
And it talks about, I guess me and Chad were talking, and it's. Redneck is kind of the redneck culture is kind of born out of a part of England, and I think they were the main overseers and the people who ran the slavery industry, and they picked up a lot of their habits and dialects and stuff like that.
I think history is amazing. I love history.
Stefan Molyneux was talking about illegal immigration and kind of the history of immigration. In America, and did you know that there wasn't even a border in the United States until 1924 between Mexico and the United States?
Are you serious?
Dead serious, yeah.
What do you mean there wasn't even a border? I don't understand what do you mean.
I mean, you could actually just cross. I mean, you could just cross. I mean, there was no guarded border. Mexico and the United States could just kind of cross into one another, and it was only during Prohibition that Mexico. I mean, where they decided to seal it off because people who were coming out of Mexico and bringing alcohol into the country, and I think Prohibition was somewhat of a boon for Mexico because people were going down to Mexico to drink and going to nightclubs down there in the 1920s.
I had no idea. I looked at a map one time of the United States, an early map of the United States, and Mr. Midnight Movie, it was all Indians. That's all it was. That's all it was Indian territory.
Yeah.
I mean, as late as, there's a map, I know, there's an American map that was 1539. America map that I was looking at one time. It was mind-boggling. That's all it was like I said, the territory, it was Indians.
Yeah. Well, and most of the Indians died out before they ever came in contact with the Europeans, due to the diseases that we brought in. Like when we landed on the shores, we brought diseases that spread across those territories and killed off some estimates around 80% of their population. And
they fought most of them.
Not that's I think that's a myth, Debbie.
No, it's not. That's history.
That we fought most of them?
Yes, that we fought the Native Americans.
Well, we fought the ones that lived, yes, but most of them had died before we ever came in contact with them. That's considered anthropological and historical fact. And the truth is that as the film, the movie America, it basically said, look, all nations are on conquest.
Right.
You know, so we did things that were no different than any other society that builds a nation.
It's pretty amazing. So you don't think that they were just ran out of here because of whatever?
Well, look, I mean, the tribes that were the head tribes at the time who were ruling the land had taken it from somebody else and had won it. We just did this, you know, the Europeans just had better armies, you know, and these were the Indians. Basically, they were you know, Asiatic people who came across. They were Asiatic people who came across the Bering Strait, and the Europeans came on ship. And like I said, they were better equipped. Their militaries were superior, and they went out. But that's the way life was back then, and probably still is today. Why make apologies for it? Human beings are tribal.
Right. It is kind of sad.
Yeah, you know, it is what it is. But it is sad when people lose a war. I mean, and they lose. You know, it's a sad thing, but it's a fact of life.
Yeah, it is. But it's kind of sad, though, to me, that they were here and they were probably all happy and had their little life. I mean, it's like Texas.
Do you actually believe that?
Well, yeah, they had a little happy life going and a little family, and then all of a sudden these people come in and just start slaughtering them.
Wait. You don't think that they had slavery and that they had...
The Indians?
Yes.
Slavery?
Yes.
What slavery?
When they captured other tribes, they became slaves. Look at the movie, if you ever look at the movie Apocalypto.
Okay.
And the film takes place before, just right before the Spanish conquistadors. They talk about the Aztecs having slaves.
But you would believe what a what a movie said? I might believe a documentary, but a movie? I mean, really?
Well,
seriously?
The movie was based on actual events, and it was based on the actual events of the conquistadors saying that they had slaves. Like I said, slavery was a worldwide condition, and it happened. It's human beings are tribal, and when they,
I believe. I don't believe that anybody is immune to slavery.
When two tribes went together and they lost the war, in primitive times, they became slaves.
And most of the United States was Mexico. Look, it says Mexico. And look, it's like it's all of California was Mexico. It was called the Baja. And all of Texas was Mexico. They were everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, they really were. They were everywhere. I mean, and most of the upper part of the United States was Canada.
Yeah.
It's amazing to me. I mean, it's crazy. But anyway.
But, I make no apologies to anybody. I did nothing. And that, like I said, human beings did what they did. You can't go back and erase it. You can't go back and rewrite history. Human beings were savage. And I'm not savage, and I don't tolerate any form of savage behavior.
Yeah, but you're held to the whipping post on it. That's for damn sure.
Well, only because white liberals want to put us there as well. That would never happen. White liberals. I mean, if whites would collectively take a stand, and they're not.
No, they won't even stand by me. I mean, when I go up against them and argue with them about those kind of things.
Would you? I mean, like I said. I mean, would a white politician today who acts like John Wiley Price, would he ever be tolerated?
Hell no. Hell no.
So we're held up to a higher standard.
They're too scared to say anything.
Well, like I said, say in Idaho, which is 90% white, a town in Idaho, Boise, Idaho. Do you think a white version of John Wiley Price would ever be tolerated?
No.
Well, there you go. It's like today the pendulum has turned, and they're doing the same things that they basically railed against. They're being, John Wiley Price is no different, in my opinion, than those pot-bellied bigots of old.
He's horrible.
Yeah. He's just as corrupt and just as foul and just as nasty as those old time, George Wallace.
Try telling him that.
Oh, him.
And he'll call you a white racist devil.
Yeah, well, I disagree. I'd say you're the racist.
They say
you're
no. They say that they can't be racist. It's impossible.
Yeah, and Mr. Solution says that too, and that. I've heard that has Marxist, that's kind of a Marxist ideology. Basically what they're trying to say is whites are the ruling class and blacks are always the underclass. So their behavior cannot be held to any, can't be held to the same standards is what they basically are saying. And they're really absolved of any form of moral responsibility.
I think it's very unfair. And I think it holds us hostage, and I won't bow down to it. I won't do it. I will not do it. I will not give in to that theory, that type of thinking. I think that they can be just as racist, if not more than we are. They're hateful about it, and they're very daring about it, and they take offense when we say anything. I mean, they can say anything they want to us, but we can't say one word to them or we get labeled a racist.
That's true. That's true. I mean, it's...
But it's not fair, Mr. Midnight Movie, that they can't be called a racist. Why are they immune to being a racist? They hate us worse than we hate them. I don't even hate them. They hate our guts. They can't stand us.
Well, they're able to, with white guilt, they're able to control the narrative.
Well, whatever. It's these white pussies in this country that have let it happen.
And you're in Texas, and Texas is probably where the strongest point of whiteness and military pride and stuff is. Most of the people who join the military are, the biggest state is Texas.
Right. This is because we have more people.
Well, we have a lot of people here in California, but we don't join the military quite the way you guys do. It's just a fact. You
think we're a bunch of backward?
No, I think you guys. I think Texas is a
You're
very
thinking we're like Alabama or something.
Debbie, I think Texans and the rest of the South are very patriotic.
I'm not patriotic.
Debbie, if you let me ask you this.
I hate this country.
If women had to be in the draft, like they do in Israel, would you do it? And you were called up, would you go, or would you run to Canada?
Of course I would go. I would have to go. I don't break the law. I've never even been in jail.
But there are a lot of people who would break the law. Or would you try to get out of it?
I don't think women belong in the Army.
Okay.
There's no. If the women go to the Army, who's going to be at home rolling bandages and taking care of the children?
Well, the women do that in the Army. I mean, in the Israeli military, they're basically...
A woman doesn't look right in an Army outfit. I mean, there's just something not right about it. It's just not right. It's like seeing a dickless Tracy, a girl cop. It looks stupid. Yeah, driver's and registration, please. I'm like, what the fuck? I mean, it just doesn't look. I'm sorry. I stand my ground.
Well, that's pretty shit. So you don't like women police officers either?
No, I called one straight to her face a dickless Tracy. They are. They don't belong. I mean, there's just certain things. Would you like to see a man as a secretary? Or as a waitress? I mean, I know that there's waiters, but I mean, do you like to see a man cooking dinner and cleaning the dishes and vacuuming and mopping and changing diapers? There's certain gender roles.
I don't know. I mean,
What?
I
am very, very anti-feminism. I can't stand that. I think that feminists are just ridiculous. I think they're horrible. They just want to be men, They just have penis envy or something. I don't know what it is.
I don't know. I mean, I think people should be able to make the choices they want. I think a lot of feminists try to force their role. I mean,
have you ever seen G.I. Jane?
Yeah, and I think
There you go.
Yeah.
That's how they feel about it. Ask the men in the military how they feel about women in the military. They'll let you know real quick.
I don't know if that's true anymore.
Oh, I do. Men haven't changed. A leopard never changes its spots.
You might be right. But I don't know if that's just true anymore. Because women are allowed in combat now.
Ugh. Whatever. I mean, we are moody bitches, man. You get us at the wrong time of the month and we'll kill you. I mean, if you don't leave us alone. I just think that women are just too moody for those jobs. I'm sorry. I just do. Call me a bitch. Call me whatever you want. I could care less.
Well, Debbie, I remember when I worked for a moving company.
Mr. Midnight Movie, certain things are just meant for men. Are there not any men anymore? Well, that's one big problem we have in this country. There's no men anymore.
Well, when I worked for a moving company, the company I was working for, they wanted us, there was pressure to hire women. And it's like, women don't want to do, women, now that was one job where women didn't want to do. They didn't want to move refrigerators. They didn't want to move, pianos or any shit like that. And they're not, they aren't built for construction jobs. They aren't built for move, particularly the job I had, which was moving. They weren't built for that. Their bones will break.
We're just not made for that stuff. I'm sorry.
No.
Let's see. On a timeline, it says that in 70s.
So would your daughter disagree with you on that?
My daughter thinks just like I think.
Really?
I don't know why. She just does.
So you've never had the urge to get out and do construction?
Shit, are you kidding me? I would break a fingernail or something.
Really? You never said, oh, that looks cool?
No, but I will do all the cooking, all the cleaning. I mean, I will do everything else, raise the babies. I mean, you name it, it's done. If you just go out and put that money in the bank, everything's fine. That's all you got to do. And I'll take care of everything.
You never had to change an oil or change a pipe or a tire? You've changed tires, right, though?
No.
Okay.
Victor's Very funny about that. He won't even, if he sees me going and reaching for the toolbox, he has a panic attack. What are you doing? What are you doing? I mean, we're very gender based in this marriage, and I know my place, and I don't, well, if
like
Victor,
I said, there are some women on average are smaller, and they can get hurt a lot easier. And when they get hurt, you know what? Women do not have. You think there is a thought that women have higher pain tolerance. That's not true.
Shit.
They are smaller.
Oh, bullshit. I like to see you go through labor pains.
During pregnancy, women do, but on average, they did a study on this, by the way. And men have higher pain because they have more muscle mass. So they can take more pain.
Nah, muscles have nothing to do with it. I disagree. I think it's all in your mind. I mean, I don't know. I went to a doctor one time when I was a little bitty girl, and he said, "How long has she been like this?" And my father was like, "I don't know. She woke me up in the middle of the night." He said I had kissing tonsils and that I was in so much pain that, I mean, he took pictures of it and stuff. He said I could stand a lot of pain. Of course, that's just me, and Mr. Solution claims I'm the exception to most women.
Well, yeah, most women cannot take pain like men can, and it is based on muscle mass and strength. Because the more you can, because lifting can be painful. Like if you lift weights, it can be painful, and the more you can lift, that does indicate pain tolerance. It just does. I mean, muscle mass and pain tolerance have a lot to do with each other.
I mean, how would you feel if you had a woman in your infantry? I mean, I need to go to the restroom, Mr. Midnight Movie. I mean, men hate it. Men hate it. I'm sorry.
You know what they may? I remember I was talking to a police officer, and he was an older guy. He was actually a black guy, and he said the women that were joining this force were not prepared for the rigors of police work. And you got to, if you got to take on a man and take him down.
I could not no more shoot that gun right there than the man on the moon. I mean,
really?
No, it's too heavy. I mean, that's a boy thing. I'm just really into. That's why I always go, Rooter, don't talk boy talk. I mean, I'm just
no, but you fire. I mean, you have a, you're licensed to carry.
I carry a gun. Yes, I do. So does my daughter.
Does it have a big kick to it?
It's a .357.
I don't want to fuck with you.
It's a snub nose .357 with a woman's grip on it. It's beautiful, but fully loaded and fully right there. But nowhere it's in a locked position. The baby. Me and Heather both carry Louis Vuitton bags that we had special things made to where I can unlock it with my fingers, just going tick tick tick, and I slip my hand down inside of it, and I'll shoot you before you'll even know it. It looks like I've got my hand down in my bag. But yeah, so I'll show you sometime if I ever meet you. Of course, I can't bring it on the plane.
Now, I would assume that like the games like the knockout game and stuff are probably less prevalent in places like Texas where people are allowed to carry firearms. Probably.
I mean, I think that sometimes just people knowing that I'm licensed to carry, they know that if I feel like my life is in any kind of danger, I will shoot, and I am trained to shoot to kill. I know how to shoot a gun. I know how to shoot it. I know where to shoot it, where to aim, and how to hold it, and everything. I was trained and retrained, and I have to go back every year and get retrained.
Yeah. Are you trained in any form of self-defense?
Yes, I am. I know how to. If somebody walked up behind me and put their arms around me, I know what to do.
Me too. How about? Do you know how to throw a good punch?
No, I don't think I know how to do that. I think I would probably shoot you first.
That's stronger than a punch, Debbie.
But I do know that if I don't use that gun, it will be taken away from me and used on me. So I do know how to use that gun, and I will use that gun. I never have, and I've never felt like it. I got in a position one time, and I thought, I never. It was somebody was knocking on my door, and I actually pulled my gun, and I had it cocked because there was somebody banging on my door. It was 2:00 in the morning, and it was a big man, and I did not know him. He would not tell me who he was, and I said, "I've got a loaded gun," and they turned around and walked off, and I never knew who it was and what they wanted. It was about 5 years ago.
Was it late at night?
It was 2 o'clock in the morning. And it was so strange because Victor was not home. He was out of town. And it was very scary. I don't know who it was. To this day, I don't know who it was. But I told him, I said, and I had it, both of my hands on it, pointed straight up in the air. And I was standing right behind, there was glass in my door, but it's fluted glass, you know, you can't see through it. And I could see a big figure. And I said, I'm going to ask you one time to leave. I've got a loaded weapon. I said, if you try to come through this door, I will kill you. Yeah. Then I went, and I cocked it, and I said, I'm asking you to leave. And they turned around and walked off. And they walked off down the street. I'll never know who it was. It was weird. Isn't that weird? I didn't dream it either.
What was the race?
I couldn't tell. I couldn't see through the door. But I had the light on the porch, and they were going like this. They were going like, they were like banging on it real hard, and they would never speak or anything, and it was just a big...
Fuck them, yeah. You should have... Yeah, what an asshole to do. And sometimes there are... You know, I was like a 10-year-old kid, and some fucker was banging on the door and shaking the fucking door. Mm-hmm. And, you know, my brother and I just left out the back room because he was just like banging on the fucking door and wouldn't quit.
And you'll never know who it was. I had to turn my fan on because my computer's getting hot on me. It's really getting hot. Yeah, it's hot as hell.
Gender equality, double standards for women in the military.
Mm-hmm.
Now, does that basically say that women are not, do not go up to the standards as men? That's bullshit, by the way.
What do you mean that's bullshit?
No, it's bullshit that happens. I mean, women should... Look, if women are going to do things in combat and stuff like that, they should live up to the same standards as men.
I just don't see how that could happen. I mean, I don't want to get graphic. I mean, but there's times of the month we've got to have access to a bathroom a little bit more often than a man does, if you know what I'm talking about. I mean, that's just the facts.
I mean, can you imagine being on a submarine?
How the hell would they do that? I mean, how would you be in the military on your period? There, I said it. I mean, how would you do that? I couldn't do that. That's what I'm saying. I would have to go behind a bush I mean, that's horrible to think about something like that. Where would you carry extra things that you needed and you have cramping? I mean, my God, I have cramps so bad sometimes I can't walk. I mean, I couldn't do that. You know, fall in line. I'd go, fuck you, man, I can't move. I mean, are you kidding? I couldn't do it. I just don't see how they do it. I'm sorry. There, I said it.
Well, hey.
I mean,
there are some women that can, I guess. I don't know.
I guess they'd have to be like bulldogs or something. I don't know.
I've known a few female soldiers, and yeah, they could. You know, a lot of women talk like they can, but you know, like I said, a lot of them got preferential treatment, and they had double standards of conduct, and they probably couldn't kick my ass.
Exactly. I mean, and I'm sorry. I just think that we were born to know our frickin' roles, and if everybody's out working, who's raising the family? If everybody's in the Army, who's at home taking care of the home?
The nanny.
Oh, bullshit.
Yeah. You know, and that's the thing with the family. I mean, that's what really broke up was two parents are working or divorce. I mean, you know, latchkey kids.
Whatever. Never happened here. All I can say, never fucking happened in this house. Never would. And I told my daughter, I said, never will. There's never been a woman in this family tree that has dumped their kids and gone off to play lunch bunch. And, well, I have to work. No, if you have to work, you're living beyond your means.
And you know what? You don't have to have a kid either.
Exactly.
I think it's a very cruel thing.
I think it's
put a kid
horrible.
in a fucking daycare.
I think that it is so sad. They look like little institutionalized prisoners when you drive up and look at them. It's like they look so sad. It's so pathetic to see the babies crying in the cribs and their mommies out giggling and flirting with some boss of theirs, you know, in their little high heels and their little business suits. And I just want to slap them all. Go home on the front lines where I was every day of my life with those babies. Every day of my life.
Yeah.
I mean, the first time I took a job, it was from, I told the guy, he begged me to be his legal secretary, a guy in McKinney, Texas. I said, I can do it from 9 to 3. And I said, at 3 o'clock, I walk out that door. I don't care if the roof is caving in on this place. I'm walking out the door. And every day, because I promised those babies I would be in that pickup line every day, and I was every day, and dropped them off every day. And I wanted to be there because if not, I told Victor, I said, if you can't handle this, I don't want to get married because I will raise my babies. Nobody else will. And that's what our agreement was, and it worked out great. And I said, if and we got to live a very, very, very good life because our business was very, very good. And if not, if he would have had a 9-to-5 job, as a store clerk somewhere, we would have lived in a very small home and drove one car, and I would have raised my babies.
Did you ever think of putting your kids in private school?
I did one time. I thought about putting them in there one time, but I never did. They went to public school. But I did move to where they went through K through 8th, so it was much like a private school. Every one of the teachers had a master's degree and stuff, but that was because I wanted to get them out of Plano where the heroin was so prevalent. Every other kid was dying of heroin every third day. It was ridiculous.
What made you not send your kid to private school?
Just the snootiness of it, and they wouldn't know what the real world was like. It was such a bubble, such a fake thing.
Because to me, I think a private school, on average, it sets kids up for more of the real, like, in my opinion. I don't know. It was just... as far as work ethic is concerned. And I think the public schools have been very corrupted.
Now, my kids go to private college. SMU's a private school.
Yeah. To me, I think that private school, the kids come out better than public. I'm actually for school choice, where the tax dollars that are spent, the parents are given like a voucher, and they can take that voucher to any public or private school.
Well, but see, again, like Mr. Solution says, I am the exception because if you look up Sunnyvale ISD, it's K through 8th, and it's considered a private school. Because...
Well, here's the thing, Debbie. And there are good public schools, and there are good private schools. My thing is, who makes a better choice for your child's education? You or the government?
Me, of course. They don't know my child.
Okay. Well, shouldn't you have a choice? Shouldn't those tax dollars be given up to say, if you want to send your child to a private school, you can take that voucher and, in the same money that you spent on
Absolutely. Excuse me. Absolutely.
Okay. And the thing is, in America, schools remain the same, and they're not forced to change.
Public schools on a whole in the United States are a joke. They're hysterically a joke. But like I said, again, where my kids went, there was an exception to the rule because it was considered even more than a private school because it was very small. It was nothing but, upper middle class. It was nice.
Debbie, the fact that we have in junior college kids taking basic arithmetic and pre-algebra is a sign that our public schools are failing.
Oh my God, you have no idea how bad the high schools are. They're just pushing these kids through.
Not only pushing them through, they're not challenging them, and they're not giving them a work ethic.
Hence, pushing them through. They're just getting them through. Stephen was in high school class. That was why he took homeschool, because he thought it was a joke. And Stephen's real philosophical, and he was like, this is bullshit. There was a teacher that literally would give him a grade in the grade book for just showing up. It was crazy.
Yeah. And then, like I said, when these places have no standards of conduct, then, like I said, and to me, the voucher system would force them to change.
Yeah, if I could have taken the money that was taken out of our our house taxes.
Yeah.
I mean, $15,000, and all this money. It's crazy. I bet you pay a lot of school tax where you live.
Oh, yeah.
And you don't even have school-age children.
No.
It's crazy.
And it's, but it's like, basically, our schools are more for the faculty, the teachers and the administrators than they are for the students.
Oh yeah, they push them through.
And if we had a free market system, that would change.
Yep, you're right. You are right. Did we do your number one show before we go off the air?
It was Wizard of Oz.
Aw, how sweet. I love The Wizard of Oz. Which one is your favorite scene in that musical? That is definitely a musical.
That is a musical, and I think when she first enters, my favorite scene is when she has, when she's in the tornado, and it's black and white, and she opens the door into color. That, to me, is amazing. It's never been duplicated, and it's simply an amazing scene.
It truly is. We must be up inside the cyclone. You know how they made that tornado, don't you? Well, I'll tell you after we listen to it. Here we go with Dorothy saying, we must be up inside the cyclone. She's now ran away. She went to see the professor, and he said, you better get home. The wind is whipping up. And she gets home, and they're already into the storm cellar. She can't get into the storm cellar, so she's forced to go into her room, and here's what happens when she gets in there.
It's a twister! It's a twister!
Look at the kitty cat in her lap. Did you ever notice that?
Well,
the little old lady that's knitting, look at the kitty cat in her lap. Wait, come back here. Watch the old lady, watch the kitty cat in her lap.
such a great scene.
I know my mom said in the theaters they gasped when they opened. That was the first time they'd ever seen color like that. Isn't that amazing?
It was yeah. I'm hearing my echo, but yeah, it was simply, and just and it was a groundbreaker. And you just look at the visuals of that film, and I don't think they've ever duplicated. They've made other Wizard of Oz films. Now, do you know who was originally supposed to get that part? And
Shirley Temple.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how do you think Shirley Temple would have done in that film?
She wouldn't have done as good as Dorothy. She was too little, and she was too sweetsy teetsy. She was too much like this, I don't know. She played a good place, but she would no. There's no way it could have done.
No, they actually did in 1940, kind of and actually, The Wizard of Oz did not make its money back until later on. It cost a great deal of money.
I didn't know that.
And was, it came out at the same time of Gone with the Wind. And there were so many good pictures. I mean, so many classic pictures that came out in '39 that it made money, and a lot of people saw it. But it was only afterwards when it was and films were re-released several times. This was before television, so films had quite a long run. And that film, I think, was released sometimes re-released every year for 8 years, and then ever so often, and then when it came onto television, it just became an instant classic.
I wonder why they. I forgot what I was going to ask now. Never mind. I'm sorry. You know how they filmed that scene was done with a barrel spinning around and around, a great big barrel, and they dropped the house and then they shot it backwards. I mean, they ran it in reverse in slow motion.
Yeah, and the technical stuff that they were doing, and just the innovative stuff, and they do it today in film. I mean, people will talk about the classics, and look, they do great stuff today. I mean, the example is Exodus. Look how good that film looks.
Mm-hmm. It looks really good, but a lot of that's digital. Boy, I wonder if they were to shoot a remake of The Wizard of Oz.
Well, like I said,
I guarantee you that's coming. That's coming.
Well, they have shot several of the sequels to The Wizard of Oz, and there is the play Wicked.
No, I mean on a grand scale. The remake of not The Wizard of Oz 2 or the continuation. I mean the original story with the original everything. I mean, except on a grand scale done with digital special effects and the tornado played up and just, casting it perfectly, making it just like it was, except following the exact storyline, stay on the exact wording, every word they said, have them say, Dorothy Gale, I'm here to see about her dog. Oh, she bit you? No, her dog. Oh, she bit her dog. The same story exactly, except on a grand epic scale.
It's a possibility.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
Goodbye, thank you. And what this gentleman did right here, I think he is lives over there by you guys. He did that same scene, but he added all of the sound effects that he felt should have been in the clip. I watched this one time. I know this is it because it had that counter on there. And the sound effects he put in it are amazing. Watch, listen to it. Do you hear the horse?
Poor little kid. I hope she gets home all right.
Just listen, watch. Listen for the sound effects. Do you hear the chickens?
It's a twister. It's a twister.
Listen to the horses running. Listen to the thunder. Okay, right here, watch. Listen right here. You can hear her movements. See? Hear her feet? Did you hear her kick the gate? Look at her feet. Did you hear her steps? No watch in the house. The doors. Isn't it cool?
But doesn't it, and then when she turns into a witch, doesn't that look like an animated drawing?
Let me see.
When doesn't that look like an animated drawing?
It does. Yeah, it does. But I don't know. I guess they just dubbed her in there, you know. Yeah, it does. I see exactly what you're saying. But isn't it weird they took out all the music and they put in so many subtle sound effects? Like you can hear the bump of the house as it's flying. You know, the boom, boom, like that. I think it's pretty interesting.
I love sound and things like that. Do you ever listen to some of those old radio shows? Or have you ever listened to like a do you know that the Twilight Zone was a radio show before it was a TV show?
No, I didn't know that. It was? No.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Interesting.
And it's a great theater of the mind. I mean, old-time radio, you ever listen to some of those shows? It's just, some of those mystery shows and things. It's really kind of...
I've never done that.
Yeah.
Hearing the cat meow on the old lady's lap was excellent. The expanded sounds of the house crashing to the ground. Yeah, when she crashes to the ground, it's amazing. Watch, it's almost over. It's the best part's coming up. Watch. Isn't that neat?
Oh yeah, that is
That's
simply
neat.
amazing.
I know, crazy.
Yeah.
Well, this has been more than fun.
Yes.
This has been crazy. Thank you. Y'all, we were just watching, it's called Wizard of Oz Tornado Scene by Pete Zeppelin. So, well, that's it. Thank you, Mr. Midnight Movie. Another Thursday night at the movies. I made your own show page on my network so that I could keep them separate. I did. I made it separate. I thank you, and it's off to Betty Bye for you, and off to Betty Bye for me. And until I talk to you again, keep the wind at your back, and whatever you, all those things.
Very well.
I forgot what all those.
Don't get caught in the cyclone.
Don't go swimming with bow-legged women, or go swimming, whatever. All right, my love, my dear, sweet Mr. Midnight Movie, and Mr. Solution going, oh, I hate that when she says that. All right, you jerk, Mr. Midnight Movie, you jerk, you.
Very well.
Good night, and I'll see you again next time. All right, that was Mr. Midnight Movie. I am Debbie Daly, bidding you all good night, and thank you for listening to me and Mr. Midnight Movie, our Thursday night at the movies, when basically we sort of watch the movies, and you get to share in it with us. And I am Debbie with you. Until next time, I'll see you cats around. And goodbye.